Welcome to this DVD commentary for the Sensorites. My name's Toby Hadoke, and I'm thrilled to be joined by three. They may be strangers in space, but they should be no strangers to Doctor Who fans because they were there at the beginning, and I think it's fair to say without them we wouldn't be enjoying Doctor Who as we do now nearly 50 years later. So it's with due reverence that I ask them to introduce themselves now.
Well, I'm William Russell, and I enjoy very much meeting people again, and particularly pleased when I meet Carole, and I feel, oh, well, that's good, I'm okay.
I'm Carole Ann Ford, who played Susan, still alive and kicking. I try not to kick too much. I'm glad I gave you a sense of what? I don't know, being.
Yes. Indeed,
No, it's great fun to meet people again. It really is. It's terrific.
And I'm Ray Cusick, one of the original designers. Not the first designer, but the second designer on the series. And we all remember, of course, the Daleks, which I had to design. That was quite a story, that.
Whereas this, the Sensorites, it's probably one of the least remembered stories of the era. And was it when, I don't know if you've seen it in preparation for this, but even if you did, what had been your opinions of it coming, in your mind about the Sensorites?
Well, I think it was very good because it confined us to a space, and that dictated quite a lot of the action. And also, it kept us in touch with each other very much. Everybody has something to do in this 6-week story, and particularly Bill and Carole. I think it was very good and also very atmospheric. I mean, it was mysterious. And those long sort of silent shots walking through these doors and things like that, I think this was good.
Well, we just had a one-off moment there, Ray, where they walked from the big TARDIS interior set into the spaceship.
Yes.
And then you've rather cunningly, when it cuts back, you've got the police box behind them.
That's right, yes.
Was that Mervyn Pinfield trying to be sort of very technical and show, almost the impossible from going from one big space?
Yes, Mervyn was very, very keen on technical tricks. The set itself was something quite interesting to design, actually. I did quite a lot of drawings originally. In fact, I remember it attracted quite a bit of attention from other designers. They all, during the rehearsal breaks, they came down into the studio to check the set, because it was rather unusual.
It does look very solid. Is it more solid than
No.
Quite flimsy, huh?
That's the art of design, to make it look
very
solid.
clever. I mean, they do look like big metal structures at the back.
Yes, it's quite convincing.
It is.
Which is part of the job. It's the art of convincing. And against this, of course, is how do you convince, how do you make things look solid and real on what you might call a measly budget.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah.
Grandfather, he's still warm. And they've only just died.
It doesn't make sense, does it? But the facts are all here. I think it would be wise if we returned to the ship and left these people. There's nothing we can do for them.
No, we can't even bury them.
Come along, open the door, Susan.
And they've just walked in from the TARDIS set, which I know you didn't design, Ray, but did you? I mean, it is a design classic. I mean, how did you feel about it? Would you have done it differently?
I think so, yes. I think so.
Because he never returned to the show, Peter, who designed the TARDIS.
No. I don't know why he left the show. after the first episode. Well, I do know, actually, but I can't say it here.
All right.
Place this against Carole's chest.
We'll have a chat later. Now, this is a great hook. I mean, you alluded to it, William, about how it's genuinely creepy and mysterious, and you found two corpses who've now suddenly come back to life. I mean, that's a very creepy idea, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
And a good sci-fi hook.
Yeah.
And you're waking up the lovely Alona Rogers.
Yeah.
Who's still going strong, but in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
In
huh?
New Zealand.
Yeah.
We get about, don't we?
Did she come from New Zealand?
No, she's English,
She's English.
but spent most of her time subsequently working in Australia and New Zealand. When I did my one-man show in New Zealand, the week later she was in a play in the same theatre. I was rather chuffed by that.
Maybe she's going to get into the Lord of the Rings in some way.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
The Hobbit, yes.
Yeah.
Tell me, is Big Ben still on time?
I must say, I'd completely forgotten it, you know, when I looked at the DVD that was very kindly sent to me so that I could remember it again. But when I watched it, I was very surprised at how good it was. I hadn't remembered that at all. I did remember I had some kind of a telepathic thing going on with the Sensorites, but apart from that, I didn't remember much.
Yes, you will have to.
I love
But
it.
it's really quite strong.
It's wonderfully spooky.
It is.
And you've really established yourselves as a team now. I mean, that genius dynamic is, you know, William, you're the science teacher and you're there to give the science, and Barbara's there to give historical context because she's the history teacher, and then you've got the relationship between you and William Hartnell, Carole. I mean, it was very cleverly put together, wasn't it?
I can't now remember when we dropped Mr. Chesterton and made it Ian and dropped Miss Wright
Yes,
and made it
yes.
Barbara. I don't remember which one we decided to do that on.
No.
I'm glad we did, though. A bit of a mouthful, Mr. Chesterton. Mr. Chesterton! Especially in moments of drama, you know. Mr. Chesterton!
Yeah. But I think we obviously enjoyed this one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this was, from the design point of view, it was a good set for us.
If I remember, I
things
think
with
it
it.
was recorded in Studio 3.
That's
Yes.
right.
Television Centre.
That's
Yes,
right.
it was.
Tis.
How did we get into Studio 3, Raymond?
Well, I think the theory, the feeling was that the series was very successful, and they wanted to give it a bit more room, you know, so that I could have, the designers
Yeah.
could have a chance, you know, to express ideas. It was really going up in the world, Doctor Who, and so they were giving us better studios.
Yes.
Did they give you more money, too?
No.
Why am I not
They didn't give you
surprised?
more money.
Now
I'll tell you.
that Sensorite instrument,
It's beautiful.
I'm inclined to agree with him, Doctor.
I've still got one at home.
Have you?
Yes.
Wow.
I'd
Is it
hang
still
on to that.
working?
No, it's not working anymore.
And interesting, they're about to burn out the TARDIS lock, which
Yes.
obviously is a sort of everyday Yale lock. But isn't that part of the beauty of Doctor Who? You have the sort of everyday juxtaposed with the futuristic and the exciting. And
Yeah.
and there we go. The TARDIS lock has been taken away.
How would a Sensorite have got on there without them knowing that?
You have additional crew, I take it.
They're very quiet.
All right,
Sneaky.
okay.
Leave us.
Yeah,
one
but
of
they
those-
trip up all the time.
Yes.
Because one thing you miss, looking at the picture at the moment, the set was quite colourful.
Oh.
Gracious, they've taken the lock.
The instrument panels were quite colourful.
Yes. Yeah.
There must be some way of getting in. What can we do, Doctor? Break down the door?
And when you looked at a script from a design point of view, Ray, did you ever sort of have opinions on the quality of the scripts, or does that just completely go out of your mind and you're completely focused on what it's going to look like and how you're going to...
The quality of the script.
Yeah, did you ever pick one up, like, with the Daleks, go, wow, this is going to blow people away, or was that not even in your sphere of reference?
That wasn't my first thought. I'd never designed anything quite like it before, and so it was a question of how am I going to do it, you know.
Yeah.
There were all sorts of suggestions made by others, including Mervyn Pinfield, suggesting that it was made as cheaply as possible out of cardboard tubes.
Sounds
My
like
first
Blue Peter,
reaction
doesn't it?
was that any of these sort of designs meant you had to have a man in a suit. And I think what I wanted the Dalek to look as though it wasn't a man in a suit.
Yes, yeah.
Of course, you did such a good job. Did that make it difficult for subsequent monsters like the Vord who came next and then the Sensorites to make the same impact as the Daleks? Maybe you were too hard an act to follow, Ray. And Mervyn Pinfield is directing. He was, of course, associate producer on the show, but now you've got him behind the camera as well. Was that quite reassuring to have somebody with whom you'd got a relationship already?
Well, I don't know how reassuring it was. Well, I mean, he wasn't much of a director from the actor's point of view, but he was certainly interested in television and in the technical side of it. And from that point of view, he was very good. I mean, he always reminded me of a school prefect, you know, hands in pockets, about to produce a notebook and say, "What was that you said?" I don't know.
But he had a very good eye, didn't he? I mean, the
yes.
groups that he gets together, I mean, the shapes that you see are very nice. I mean, and it was very easy to move and to act within the structure he gave you.
Oh yes, I think. I mean, from our point of view, he followed us and photographed us,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah, well, a lot of
he-
people did
he
that.
didn't dictate anything, so we felt a certain sense of liberty and
Empowerment.
freedom. I think probably.
What I'm very, very grateful for with this particular series is the lighting director, who I can see is Peter Murray. Peter Murray, if you're still around, thank you very much, because he's one of the few lighting people who actually managed to light me. In actual fact, as I'm looking at it now, I mean, the lighting on it is very good. It's very clear. Everybody's seen very clearly. I mean, usually because I was smaller than the rest of the group, I was sort of disappearing in the shadows somewhere. But in this one, actually, I noticed that, again, this is something that Mervyn obviously did. He actually had quite a lot of crouching scenes. Whether this was to accommodate me or not, I don't know. Maybe that's why I was lit well.
Well, they took a shine to you,
Exactly.
obviously. in this one.
Oh, God. Touché.
And Ray, you have memories of working with Mervyn?
Yes, he, as you say, he was very technically minded. He had built himself, or had built, a camera, which was mobile, which he used to take to the rehearsal rooms and push it around and to get the exact sort of shots he wanted. And even in those days, of course, there were turret cameras. So if you wanted to change a lens, you couldn't zoom in. You had to switch over to another lens. And he had this arrangement on his camera. So every time he changed over a lens, there was a clonk in the studio, which rather amused everyone. But he was very technically minded.
Was he alone in doing that, bringing the camera along to rehearsals?
Yes.
Because I seem to remember I
Yes.
have quite strong memory of cameras being at rehearsals. Maybe it was only his. I don't know.
Well, usually at the outside rehearsal rooms, there were never any cameras.
No.
I can't remember
Really?
record any
Isn't that
cameras
funny? I remember.
at the outside rehearsal rooms.
I agree.
No.
Yes, I can't remember that.
Usually, the director walked around with, at best, a viewfinder
Yes.
to get the odd shots.
Or making a square with his fingers.
Or making a square with his fingers, yes.
And Mervyn, with his technical background, I guess, was brought in to be a sort of support to Verity Lambert because it was her first producing
Yeah, I think
job.
that was possibly the idea.
I'm sure she welcomed it.
I mean, I'm sure he did contribute to the show, you know, and because he was extremely keen always, you know, do things. But he wasn't. I never felt that he was particularly interested in acting.
But I guess it's quite a television's quite a fledgling medium. You were sort of you were making the rule book.
Oh, yes. That's right. That's right.
Oh, it's no use. The rain's been jammed on the other side.
I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do.
What is it? What's wrong? What's going on inside there?
No use, no use.
And you had some lovely, strange music there from Norman Kay, the sort of percussion music. He also did the first serial.
Yeah, music's good.
Did you have a preference towards the sort of more electronic sounds or the conventional sounds?
I think the electronic sounds suit the style. I think that they suit Doctor Who very well.
Oh, they're wonderful. I think the opening music for Doctor Who...
Yes, it's a shame they changed
still there,
it.
isn't it?
Well, they changed it.
Still
It's sort
there.
of- it has
But
references to it, I think. but
Yeah,
it's-
they do. Yeah, they make some differences, but I liked it very much.
Well, I think that first opening...
And that was another group, you see, like the Langham group that Mervyn was a member of. That was another group of people in the radiophonic
Sound,
workshop.
yeah.
Workshop, yes.
They produced that.
Well, Brian Hodgson, of course, created all your sounds from the radiophonic workshop for the peculiar, otherworldly sounds. And this was the BBC of the time that had departments who, made the rules, learnt things up. Do we mourn the loss of the fact that the BBC is not that kind of entity now, or was that
I
an
certainly
inevitable
think
thing?
so, yes.
It was a training ground, would
It
you
was
say?
far more creative in that period. It had lots of, as you say, separate groups and departments who were all very creative.
When I look back at something like this, and it seems to me that you're at the cusp of a very creative time. You were writing the rule book. Television was a fledgling industry. Was it a heady time? Did you feel that, or were you just concentrating on getting on with the job?
Well, I think the atmosphere was certainly there with Doctor Who from the beginning. That is true. I think the feeling that we were doing something new and it was different, and it was helped by all the technical people who were involved, people like Raymond, creating, who we could talk to and that sort of thing. I think that was interesting. Yeah.
But also, I think in this particular show that we were in, and we had so little time, we really had to concentrate on what we were doing. We didn't have much time to think or discuss about the technical merits of anything, did we?
Yeah.
Or whether we were doing something which was extraordinary and mind-blowing and different. I think we just had to concentrate on our interpretation of the parts.
Yes, indeed.
As much, well, speaking personally anyway.
But departments, because I mean, for example, if I get a part in television now, I'd never meet the designer. You don't even meet the actors you're not in scenes with now.
We met everybody.
Oh, yes,
We
yes.
met everybody.
Well,
with
what
the
about the
parts.
first day, the reading, the first reading, when everybody got together? It doesn't happen now?
I've just done an episode of Holby City. There's not even a reading. You go in,
Oh,
you
that's a
do your
shame.
bits, and you go away again.
That's a real shame.
Yeah.
So it's more like
But it's
filming,
basically
really.
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like film.
You go and you say you meet
But
somebody
is
you're
all
married
television
to.
like that now?
The small amount of drama, sort of soap type drama like that, like Holby or a Casualty or an EastEnders.
It's film.
Pity, isn't it?
You're in, and it's
Because you don't feel so much part of something if you're like that. You're a separate little
Yeah.
entity which is just added to it.
Whereas I guess Ray, you would come out of your workshop at the end of the day, and did you all mix at the bar, and there was a sort of social element?
the
at-
club.
Yes,
Oh, the club.
especially if you were on location,
Right.
filming
Yeah.
a location, where you were more thrown together sometimes.
We didn't get that.
Yeah.
did we?
We didn't have much location.
Well, I didn't have any.
I
of my
remember
lot.
London Bridge.
Oh, yes,
and,
yes.
And Daleks going into the,
Into the
or coming
water.
out of
Yeah,
the water,
yeah,
or
that
coming
was the
in,
only-
going into the water.
Yeah. Very glamorous.
You must have been very bothered about that, Raymond. When the Daleks went into the Thames, were they waterproof?
No.
Oh, dear. What about the poor actor inside?
The problem is the Daleks were designed for the original set of scripts,
Yes, yeah.
and they were designed to do the things that were asked of them in the story, in the scripts.
Yeah.
But with following scripts, directors wanted them to walk upstairs and wanted to do all sorts of things, which they weren't designed for.
What do you think of them being able to fly now? Not much.
Well, okay, yes. If that's what they want to do.
How would this have been done, Ray? They're burning away. You see them burning away a bit in the door there? And you'd have designed that nifty little device. It's a cutaway that we've...
Yes. It's probably...
Now what is it? Get on with the job, please. Hear it? I thought there was something else.
a plastic with a... I'm not quite sure how they did that, actually. But it's something quite simple. It wouldn't be at all dangerous. Wouldn't be allowed in the television studio.
Well, yes, and it was cunningly, we couldn't see it.
Yes.
It was just out of shot when it was in the studio. And Carole, you've talked about the lighting, which I think is particularly striking in this one. Ray, would you have liaised with departments like that? I mean, there was a lot of cooperation between departments. You were talking when we weren't recording about how, you worked with different departments, and those departments, are now gone.
Yes, there was.
Like peanuts.
Yes, sometimes you might get a phone call from a costume designer. I'm talking about another production now, and the costume designer would ask you, this drawing room you've designed, what colour is the settee? Because they were obviously designing a dress or whatever, and they didn't want it to clash. But the amount of discussion beforehand was really strictly limited. There wasn't really the time. That was left mainly at the technical rehearsals. When you were having the final technical rehearsal, you would all then put your heads together and bring up points.
Good idea to move.
Where to?
Carole, you were particularly enchanted there by the spaceships as they went past the window.
Is that what they were?
Yes, they were the
They look like
Sensorite
peanuts.
Yes, the Sensorite space peanuts.
Just keep on playing this.
It's interesting to talk about the costumes because I think these are great, the costumes that the space people have, because the temptation when you go into the future is to make everybody sort of silver and
Metallic,
spangly.
yes,
But these
yes.
are sort of, they look like practical
work
uniforms.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
And that was Daphne Dare, of course, who was no slouch.
Yeah.
No.
I think they were a blue-grey colour.
Be our own defence and attack.
I can sense them all around us now.
It's wonderful how it's not afraid of silence.
No,
Well,
it's a very
but that's
important
that
element
was a
of it, I think.
marvellous
Yes.
thing that they weren't afraid of
No,
silence.
no.
I mean,
Let the actors
It
do the
does
work.
hold,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It holds.
Yeah.
and don't have the music telling the audience what to
Yeah.
think.
What to think? No, exactly.
And you could cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah.
And it's a shame we have to talk through it, but people will get cross if we don't.
Yeah.
They have the option. Don't they?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, you were so gorgeous, Russ. I used to
I
love
think
it.
at the time
Ooh.
there was a feeling in television against mood music.
Yeah.
Whee!
I've watched dramas that I've done since where there's been a total lack of mood music. And they, quite honestly, they seem very empty sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was episode 1, and we'll see what that chap at the window wants when we return for episode 2. Thanks for listening so far.